Hi there, I'm Buddha, and you're watching Dr. Guitar, a show for all you guitarists out there. In today's episode, I'm going to show you what is and how does it work a Talkbox. Talkbox, as the name implies, as a box that talks. Or, in a better way of putting things, it's a box that makes your guitar speak. But it's really not a speaking box. It's actually, it is a speaker inside of a box with this little hole in here. The sound goes to the amp. You connect the guitar to a regular amp that has a speaker output. I'm using the RAM tone for this episode. But you connect it, and instead of connecting the amp to a regular speaker, you connect it to the Talkbox. This way, you're sending your signal, your sound, to the speaker inside the Talkbox. Since the Talkbox has this little hole, the sound is coming out of that little hole. And the speaker is very lo-fi sounding, is a crappy speaker, so it overdrives and sounds like crap, like a radio guitar. And that's how sometimes I use my Talkbox. You grab this piece of hose with a specific diameter, and you insert it here on this hole, on the Talkbox hole. So by putting it here, the sound, instead of coming out of that hole, it goes to the hose, and it's here. The sound comes to here. So what do? Instead of modulating your voice with your throat and with your mouth, instead of the sound coming from your throat, it's coming from here, from this hose. So you're just manipulating the sound that your guitar produces. So, for example, and you move your mouth as if you were talking, although you are not making any sound. So you are doing things like, okay, I'm saying hello, how are you? And it's a funny tool. It's super funky, but it can be rock and rollish too. It can be hedgy. Aerosmith use it. Peter Frampton, of course, is one of the most known people from using Talkbox. The Black Crowes have it. It's a good tool, and it's again another tool that you can use to your advantage. So in the intro song, I did a funky solo with the Talkbox because it's how I always remind the Talkbox. But it can be a doubling part. But you have to remember, with this Talkbox, this is the Heil Sound Talkbox, which is the original one. You can only use it with a maximum of 100 watts. So don't plug a 150 watts, or even a 100 watt. I wouldn't use it. I would use the smallest, the lowest power amp that I could, just not to blow either the amp or the speaker. But this is really a speaker, and it has an input on the left side and an output on the right side. So you can plug it. You can plug the guitar normally into your amp, and you take the speaker out of your amp and plug it into the Talkbox. Okay. Then from the Talkbox, you plug it into the speaker again. And with this toggle, you bypass the Talkbox. So if you press the foot switch, it will send the sound directly to your speaker, and your amp is working normally. If you're pressing down if you're engaging the foot switch on the Talkbox, you will engage the Talkbox, and the sound will come either from the Talkbox or from the hose. And then you need to have a mic to capture the sound, as I did in the intro. But if you play it softly, it's kind of a wah-wah. I say play it softly because the amp is driving, so I need to back off the guitar volume just to make it sound less overdriven and to make it sound clean, like a wah-wah. Or you can use it to create flangey-like effects or phasey-like effects, like opening and closing your mouth slowly. Or you can double and try to be Daft Punk, but with the guitar. Instead of using the vocoder, you can use the Talkbox to do it. And you can double vocals. For example, if I sing, "I wanna love you, baby." It's a funny thing. You can use it in a lot of different ways. Another way I like to use it is plugging directly, not using the hose, using just a Talkbox to create a lo-fi effect, radio sounding guitar. Well, that's it. I hope this has been helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching the show. Please subscribe the YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet and share it with the world. We'll see each other next week. Bye-bye.